Yo, guys, you already know who it is. And I'm here with.
Adil.
Nice to meet you, Adil.
Nice
And
to
thank you
meet
for having us here, actually. So, for how long have you been in Poland, if I may ask?
Oh, I'm very long here in Poland. I'm like more than 30 years.
Ooh, more
Yeah,
than 30 years.
yeah.
Wow. So, how was it back then when you came to Poland? Was it easy?
It was not easy. It was not easy. There were very few Africans in Poland. The weather was just like the same, yeah.
Yeah.
But the food was like also just Polish. There was not a lot of
African
varieties
people,
and
yeah.
African people and different. And we came to study. So our main object have been accomplished. Yeah.
They used to make us feel back then that, there were not Africans in Poland.
Yeah.
So seeing someone who has spent over 30 years in Poland, it's something really nice. So why Poland at that time?
At that time, it was just an opportunity because we had some scholarships for some countries. Yeah, there were scholarships for Sudanese in Poland. So I made, a use of this opportunity. And when I came here and I studied, I finished my studies, I began to work. So I decided to stay, because why not?
Nice. So I'm sure I don't need to ask. You speak Polish very well already.
Yes, I do. Yes, better than English. now.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have some of our brothers and sisters back at home
Yes.
who wants to come to Poland,
Yeah.
but they don't have the information, on what they need to do to come to Poland. Like, which do you think is the best route now that is very difficult to come into Poland? But which do you think is the best route to get into Poland?
Yeah, you can come for education because there is a lot of education opportunities, for higher education we are speaking. There is some chances to get a master degree. Also, there is a lot of chances to get a PhD degree because it is open and also they pay for you to have a PhD here in what they call it PhD schools. And also for work because Poland they need a lot of work power, yeah. But you have to be careful because there is a lot of people offering, some kind of opportunities which
Yes.
are not accurate or are not, well based, yeah.
Nice.
Of course, there is a lot of paperwork also. So the best is to have contact with a foundation or with an agency or with somebody who is already in Poland, so he can help.
So talking about working in Poland,
Yes.
right? Do you think many corporates, because I believe most people wants to work in the corporate in Poland, right? Do you think most corporate, enterprise companies in Poland, could sponsor people who are not in Poland just to come to Poland to work?
I think so. I think some of them, not all of them, because there is a need, as I said, that there is a lack of experienced workers. A lot of Polish people, they left Poland and went west.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so they need a lot of workers in services, also in building, construction work, in farming, So it depends, of course, on your qualification. If you have a high qualification, it is easy to find a work in corporations. But if you But if you don't have the skills, there is a lot of work for unskilled workers, yeah, in construction, in farming, in magazines, logistics, A lot of our people from Sudan are working, even not knowing the Polish language.
Nice. So you mean there are a lot of job opportunities in Poland?
There is. Of course, most of them they are in Warsaw, they are in the big cities, Warsaw, Krakow, Łódź, but still, even in smaller cities, there is some opportunities, yeah. But as I said, that you have to have a reliable source, of
Yes.
information, and to have, secure everything from the legal point of view, to have your paper clean, and I think there is a lot of opportunities. Yeah.
I mean, to enjoy Poland, you have to be legally in Poland.
You are,
You
yes,
have
yes,
to.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, because Poland is very restricted, and now they care about their security, so they don't like what they call illegal immigrants.
Yes,
Yes,
for sure.
and people who are coming from like eastern borders, they have hell, and even if they they secure their place here in Poland, or they go to the West, they will be sent back to Poland, and they will have problems. So it is better to come on legal papers, for studying or for work.
Or for work.
Yeah.
Nice. So you've probably been to part of Poland before, and
Yes.
yeah. So which do you recommend for people out there, for tourists who wants to visit Poland, right? Like what city? What are the places you would recommend for people to visit?
Generally, it is the best is to come to Poland in summer.
Summer,
Because
okay.
yes, because the weather is good. Poland is there is a lot of varieties. There is lakes, there is forests, there is they have a sea, they have mountains. But the main towns, like Warsaw is a capital, so it is a must to visit it.
Yes.
Dansk at the seaside is a historical town, and it's very nice. It's very. There is a lot of attractions there. The amber, it is the capital of the amber in Poland, so there is an amber museum, there is an amber industry, and also Krakow, which is the previous capital of
yes.
Poland. Yeah, it is the old town there, the salt mines. There is a lot of and there is other cities which are quite modern, like Poznan, like Lublin. Also it's not a very big, but it is quite interesting. And of course there is historical sites connected with the history of Poland, or with the war history, or for those who are looking for historical like knowledge, or historical places. Yeah,
I can very much agree with you. My first 3 months in Poland was actually in Lublin. So
Okay.
I can very much agree with you.
yes.
Yeah, so can you please advise our viewers, our brothers all over the world, just give them an advice, those willing to come into Poland, what advice would you give to them?
I would tell them that all these information that Polish people are racist are not true. The level of racism in Poland is very low,
Very low.
even comparing to countries like Germany or like France.
true.
Yeah, of course, a lot of people in Poland, they don't speak English, so it is better to know some words in Polish, so it will break the ice. Yeah.
Yes.
The younger generations, they speak English, and it is not a problem to speak in English or in French with them. What else? You have to obey the law.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
that is the most important.
Very important.
Yeah, because here there is all kind of drugs. They are not allowed. Yeah, but alcohol is allowed. So
Of course, that's the signature.
yeah. And you have to address Polish people. They will not address you. They will not come to talk to
That's
you.
true.
But if you go to them and talk to them, they will welcome you.
That's
And there is a lot of hospitality, and Polish people are generous. Yeah, but they are a little bit, closed.
Yeah.
So you have to make the first step.
That's true. That's right. Awesome. So thank you very much for this piece of advice, and for granting us this interview. We really appreciate that.
You are
Thank
very
so
welcome.
much. I
You are
appreciate
very
it.
welcome.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any question or any doubt, you can put it in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. But until then, bye for now. Cheers.